So which is better, standing or sitting? Actually, that's the wrong question. And usually people come up with the wrong answer because they asked the wrong question. The real question is, what is best for the health and productivity of the people in your office or yourself if you're self-employed? Now, you probably heard that sitting is the new smoking, and there's been all these articles about it and the push for standing desks, or at least desks that you can choose whether you stand or sit. In those articles that say sitting is the new smoking have totally ignored the research of the harm that prolonged standing can do. And so let's go over first what the problems are for prolonged standing, because these have been well documented because there's so many occupations that have people standing for long periods of time. They include factory workers, bartenders, tellers, cashiers, the list goes on and on and on. So what are the problems that prolonged standing can do? So there's poor circulation and swelling in the feet and legs, varicose veins, foot problems like corns, bunions, plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, heel problems, changes in the feet, including making your feet flat. Flat-footed people have more health problems due to posture imbalances such as low back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, migraine headaches, joint damage, joint compression, heart and circulatory problems, neck pain, arthritis in the hips and knees, stiffness in the neck and shoulders, high blood pressure, pregnancy difficulties, including premature birth, birth defects, and spontaneous abortions. My goodness. And prolonged time in an upright posture at work may cause hypertension comparable to 20 years of aging. Well, okay, that sucks, right? So let's look at the problems with long-term sitting. So they say prolonged sitting can give you heart problems, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, cancers such as lung cancer, breast cancer, colon cancer, colorectal cancer, endometrial cancers, and ovarian cancers. My goodness. Obesity, kidney problems, and premature death. The Canadian Auto Workers Union says that no more than 30% of your day should be standing, and that would be 2 hours and 20 minutes for an 8-hour day. And people who advocate standing say that no more than 6 hours of your entire day or more than 4 hours of your working day should be sitting. Now, if you do the math, 24 hours a day minus 8 hours of sleeping leaves 16 hours, and wait, the rest of the math doesn't work. Does that mean you should be laying down the rest of the day? Yeah, forget it. Why not? According to Medicine and Science and Sports and Exercise, people who reverted to standing more at work tended to sit more at home. So it kind of negated the whole thing. And the National Health and Nutrition Survey says that when they monitored people, standing up from a sitting position didn't make any difference one way or the other as far as their health was concerned. It didn't help. But what did help, here's the hope, is that 2 minutes of strolling around the office every hour negated the sitting effects for a whole hour. It's just 2 minutes. Now you could stroll around and think, you could stroll around and instead of sitting down with a colleague and discussing something, you could both walk around the office together. But is that optimal? No, probably not. According to most health people, you need 30 minutes of exercise a day, and that's a total minimum. And also, according to productivity experts, they say that after 90 minutes, your productivity goes down. It doesn't matter whether you're studying or reading or working on a report or entering data or doing physical work. After 90 minutes, your body just wants to shut down a little bit. So they recommend get up and do something else for 15 minutes. And why not have 10 minutes of that being exercise of some sort? So 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, gets your 30 minutes per day, or hopefully more if you do more. So what is that exercise? It can just be walking. For people who are more physically fit, they may want to do more. But just walking is something good. If you're in a team environment, you can work out things that are fun. Maybe line dancing in the hall, maybe salsa dancing, maybe Zumba, maybe somebody knows yoga and can teach that. Or if you don't know what to do, there's plenty of things on YouTube for different types of exercises that can be done in a small space. You can even just get up on your desk and do squats, do leg lifts, do anything that keeps your body movement, because it's the circulation, not the standing or the sitting, but it's the circulation that gets the blood moving, that gets the heart and the lungs and all that stuff going. So in your office, you might have a space that you don't consider being a good place for exercise. If you have a storage space in the back, just if you're a retail shop, you don't have to do anything fancy, just keep moving. But if you're a person who's like, this is your office, well, first of all, rearrange your office so you're not doing that. That's for another topic. But also, unwind. If you're all curled up in a ball, unwind, stretch out. There's plenty of stretches on YouTube too, but just get everything moving backwards, your hands moving backwards, your shoulders back, and so forth. The other exception to the 90-minute rule is if you're doing repetitive stuff with your hands, where your fingers are moving a lot, like typing, or you're a musician or a piano player or something. Every 20 minutes you want to take a 5-minute break. Why? Because in through your arm here, if it's through your carpal tunnel area, there's tendons that go through there, and those tendons are in what are called sheaths, which are like hollow tubes, and inside those tubes, those tendons individually go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth when you move your fingers, so they're going back and forth, back and forth. That creates friction, and there's fluid in there called synovial fluid that gives lubrication, but after 20 minutes that lubrication tends to dry out, so you want to give a 5-minute break so your body can refill those tubes of synovial fluid. Otherwise, you're at risk for future carpal tunnel. Okay? So, that's my take on the standing versus sitting and all that stuff, but I'm going to leave you with a picture. Tell me what is wrong with this picture, and I don't mean photographically, I mean what is this person doing or not doing or whatever that is going to cause him physical pain in the future. I'm not going to answer that right now. That is for you to leave in your comments, and I'll cover that in a future video. But what is wrong with this picture? Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe if you want to. This is Hilma Volk.